So welcome to this video where we have starting off with a very messy bench. Don't mind it over there. And I got a whole box of parts. So probably by the thumbnail you can see that we are installing this bad boy onto the motorized bike. And yeah, so this should go pretty well. Yeah, so with that we got a lot of jets. There's one more bag in there. I'm not pulling it out though. We got a whole bunch of jets because I don't know what jetting it's gonna need. We're gonna have to figure that out. We have fuel line. It came with the carb. What else came with the carb? Oh yeah, this adapter for the intake. I don't know if it's gonna fit or not. Shall find out. And also installing this reed valve. There's some gaskets in there. Oh, here's the jets. Gasket for the reed valve. What else is in here? Oh yeah, the intake part, which, you know what I can see? That does not fit at all. Okay, well, looks like we're gonna have to do something with that. And it fell off the bench. All right, now we move that out of the way. We got another box. So we're going all out with this setup. So I got a whole new cylinder. And what worries me about what? Oh my God, I can't talk. What worries me about this cylinder is there's some pitting in there, or some imperfections in the casting, I believe, and it's really rough and I want to sand it down, fix it up a little bit. But the intake side's perfectly fine. It's super smooth. There's no edges on the cylinder side or inside the cylinder. It's beautiful. It's just the exhaust side's a little messed up. So we got that, and then also a windowed piston with I forget what it's called, but it goes on the rod. Here's a bottom gasket, a copper head gasket, rings, clips. Here's the piston. So yeah, just a regular windowed piston you can find on Amazon. I think this was like 14 bucks. Pretty cheap. So yeah, this should go well. First time messing with the reed valve and the PWK carbs. So you can see how it goes. We have literally many combinations of jets. I mean, look at all this. That is crazy. Whole bunch of jets. So bound to find the right one. And I heard that I need to block off this power jet line. So I'm just gonna get some caps, cap off there and cap off here, and remove this fuel line. So we should be good with that. So yeah, see you in a bit.
All right, how's it going? We're gonna go ahead and start taking off some of this stuff on the head. I mean, do some head work. Gonna go ahead and take off the head for the first time in this bike's life. I didn't even take it off when I first bought it. So gonna go ahead and take this off. I'm gonna go ahead and crack these head bolts. I'm gonna check the audio, make sure it's going all right, because I talk too loud and this mic is very sensitive. So I'll be right back. All right, bear with me. I went ahead and just loosened the spark plug, so we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. There. Spark plug a little black. Needs some tuning, so got a lot of tuning to do with this carburetor. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the ratchet. Alright, the head is loose. Looks like we're going to be using the original head. I just got a new cylinder just in case something's messed up in there. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the head though, so make sure everything's good on there. Put those down and lift up the head. Why won't you lift up? Okay, I'm not gonna let y'all wait. I'm gonna sit here and crack the head. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, I think I got it. Should just pop off. Yep, there he goes. Ooh. Gasket is still on here. Okay. We got a lot of buildup in there. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Look at that. Normal used stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead, unbolt the exhaust and the intake, and we're gonna set all that stuff aside, and we should just be able to pull off the cylinder. So yeah. Alright, got the exhaust off. It's a pretty big piece. So now we're gonna go ahead and unbolt the intake. That was loose. Okay, that's the first time I've ever cracked open the intake and it was loose. Wow. That's really great to know. So remember, we put this back together, we're gonna make sure we tighten that pretty good. The other side's tighter. Yeah, the other side was way tighter than that. Okie dokie. Yeah, we're gonna have to unbolt the carb too. Alright, we're gonna undo the carb by undoing that screw on that side with that nut, and then the carb will just slide out. Alright, we can say no more to this crummy airbox, so I'm gonna try and pop this off. Oh, it's still screwed in. Come on. There's that. And the other side. Alright. So now, the airbox can just yeet out of the way. And the carb will slide off. Slide off. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and undo the throttle cable and the fuel line. Let me do that right now. Shouldn't be too hard. There's that, and I'm gonna get fuel everywhere. Let me go grab a napkin. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get these bolts out. Get them out. Come on. I can probably just do it by hand now. Yeah. There's that side. And there's that side. That gasket is perfect after a long time of use, but I got a new one, so it don't matter. Now, should be good to go ahead and pull off the head. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. I believe the head just comes right off. Oh, okay, yeah, it does. I'm telling you, this is like one of the very few times that I've pulled the head off of a motorized bike. No, I was worried about that. Alright. Top of the cylinder is hitting the frame of the bike. Alright, I'm going to take the studs out. I'll be back in a minute. That was a long process, but I got it out. We're going to examine this stuff in a minute. Now we're going to go ahead and get some pliers. Take out the clip in the piston. It'll come out. There you go. Got the clip. Still looks like it's in good shape. We're gonna push the pin from the other side. I'll take the back. We're gonna try to push it. Small Allen wrench. Can probably do it. There it is. Okay. There's the pin. And then here's our piston. Whoa, look at that. That has seen some use. Alright, off to the side, and we're also going to take out our bearing. Got that. There's our connecting rod. That's kind of cool, it's moving the bike. I'm such a child. That's fun. Okay. Now we're gonna go take this stuff up here and look at it for a second. I don't know, just for document. I don't know. We're just gonna look at it. All right, here's our box of goodies right here. Here's a new cylinder. It's just pretty much the same cylinder, just the same thing. We're gonna go ahead and sand down that piece right there. Our piston is we're getting a new piston. I already unboxed most of this, but come on, get out of there. Look how shiny, it's so shiny. And also it's windowed, so this one, the stock one's not. So this should be good. You can go ahead and put some rings on there, and yeah, should be good to go. All right, we got the rings, and you can see there's little notches there. They line up with the pins on the piston. So we're gonna go ahead and get the first one in there. There's the first notch, so it goes in there like this, just like that. And then the second one, there's probably better ways to put these in, but yeah, this is what I got. This is how I'm gonna do it. Ow. Yeah, see, not bad. Piston rings are in. They're gonna compress when we put them in the cylinder, and yeah, should be good. Now that we got, I went ahead and put the piston slightly into the cylinder. Why does the camera do that? But you can see I kind of put it in there. So we're gonna go ahead and put the bearing, connecting rod bearing. So I want to say it. Gonna go ahead and slide it into the rod, and then gonna go ahead and get the piston. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. Ooh, I didn't think about this. Oh, come on. I really don't want to take the motor off the bike. It's looking like I might have to. I don't want to scratch this piston or any. Yeah, okay. I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, a little bit of a headache later. The motor is unbolted from the engine, and what we're gonna do is kind of tilt it maybe a little bit this way and attempt to put, there we go. Okay, that is how I want it, and I can't see anything, but y'all can. So I'm gonna grab the pin to push the rod into the, I can't see shit. No way, did I get that? BS. Hold on, let me get a different view. Alright, now that that's in there, y'all get to see me struggle with another pin. Oh god. These are hard. I really... Alright, this camera just started doing that today, so I really don't know what it is. So, yeah. That means I might need to get a new phone. Alright, I'm gonna get this pin in there. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, as you can see, I have the cylinder off because guess what I forgot to put? This thing. Yeah, I forgot to put the gasket, and that would have been terrible. So now that that's on there, I'm gonna go ahead and get the cylinder back on the correct way. Come on. I swear, man. Why is this such a pain? Alright. Alright, I got it. So now what I need to do is get the rings back in the cylinder, which is easier said than done. No way. Did I just get it my first try? I did. Ha! That's hilarious. Alright. Cylinder's back on there. Yeah. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get everything back aligned like it was. Hope that's alright. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get the head back on with our new copper head gasket. Alright, please don't weird. Alright, this camera's been acting up a lot lately. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our new copper head gasket. That is so nice. Alright, just gonna place that on there. And then we're gonna get the head and also place that on there. Sweet, just like that. And there's two washers and a lock washer and the nut that go on there. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and get the head bolts tightened. If you're asking me what the torque spec is, I have no idea. We're just gonna tighten until I think they're good. I'm not gonna, like, you know, break a bolt tight. I'm just gonna snug them up, give them a good snug. If someone knows a torque spec, leave it in the comments. I really want to know, because it'd be a lot more helpful. See, the camera does that weird thing. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do for torque spec. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get the... No, I'm not gonna put the spark plug in yet. We're gonna go ahead and install the reed valve, so that's in a minute. Alright, went ahead and installed this. It's just 2 screws, and don't forget to put the gasket. Definitely didn't forget to do that. And just want to mention, with this, these screws right here were really loose. Watch that be like a tuning thing, and I don't know it, because this is my first time doing a reed valve, and I don't know, I just tightened the hell out of them. God, look at this camera. Yeah, so I just tightened the hell out of them. I just tightened them down. And one gasket goes on here, one goes on there, and your intake goes on like that, and you just sandwich it into the reed valve just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw those in. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our gasket just like that. Get the intake like that, And then we get a screw with a lock washer and a washer. And we just screw it on in there. It's not going. There we go. Screw it on in there. Just like that. Alright guys, it's been a fat minute and I hate it, but I wasn't able to use the windowed piston that I bought because I saw it on a couple other videos that the piston would go above the cylinder, and it's mainly because of the high hole piston. I got the high hole piston instead of the low hole piston. I think that's what it is. But anyways, the piston would hit the head, and yeah, I didn't. It's not good. So I went back to the old piston. I cut a hole in it. You don't want to see the hole. It's not pretty. I used the Dremel, shaved it out a little bit. It's not as bad as you think. But now that we have the carb mounted on there, don't mind that. I have these little plugs which I'm going to undo that. Sorry about that. So I got these little plugs and I'm literally just gonna plug the little holes on the carb just like that. So they said to block that off, it's supposed to run better, so I did that. Now what we need to do is the throttle, and that's gonna be a fun part. So wish me luck. Alright guys, forgive the mess, but man, I just got an ass beaten out there. I did 4 miles so far on a bike. First it started with I think there was a 108 jet in there for the pilot jet, and there was a 48 main stock that came with the carburetor. I threw a 35 main and a 95 pilot jet, and it would 4-stroke so bad in the top end. So pretty big jump. I know you're not supposed to do this, but I went from a 95, what do you call it? What is it? I just said it. I literally just said it. Pilot jet to a 125 pilot jet. And that seems to be about the sweet spot. I'm gonna go back and forth a little bit. I think I'm gonna go a little bit down, maybe a 120 pilot jet. See how that goes, because it bogs a little bit, just a little bit. People say that it bogs a lot. I feel like when people say that their carburetor bogs, it's because they have the line going from here for the power jet. People said that if you block that, then it reduces the bogging, which I kind of believe, because I ran it for a little bit with the power jet still open and with the same jets that had stock, and it would just bog so bad. So I blocked it, fixed it a little bit, and yeah. So now, what did I say? I'm at a 125 pilot, 35 main. I don't think I'm gonna switch the main anymore. The mains, I feel like it's good. I don't really know. I'm gonna play around with pilots. I have a whole bunch of jets, so I could play around with this for hours. There's a 125 in there now. I said that already. I have all the way up to, I think, a 145 and through a 45 jet. So I mean, I'm gonna play around with it for a while. I'll get you back whenever I have the perfect ratio. So I'll see you then. All right, it has been several hours later, and these are all the jets that I tried. Besides, I think these 3. Yeah, I didn't go lower than 60, and then 80, yeah. So those are all the jets that I tried, and so far 120 through 125 seems like a sweet spot on the pilot jet. And I went through these 3 main jets, and I think 35 through 40, I believe, is the best. And right now what I'm messing with is, come on, don't be like that. There we go. Now I'm messing with the
needle in the jet. The needle, like, you know, the little E-clip on the needle. I have it at the very top. It didn't want to start. So now I'm gonna move it. It was in the middle from the factory, and I think I'm gonna put it one above it, or yeah, second to last on the top. I don't know. We're gonna mess around with it, and I'll show you what I ended up on, because the very top one didn't even want to start. Gonna go ahead and take it off. We're gonna see how it goes. So I'll see you then. All right, it's about 30-ish minutes later, and I've now found it. So the clip in the middle, I don't know what they call it, the little clip for the throttle is not in the middle. It's one clip up from the top. I'll post a picture here if I can get it. Yeah, it's one click from the top. Yeah, right. Yeah, one click from the top. And there is a 125 pilot jet and a 40 main jet. That's what seems to work for me. There's a little bit of spit and sputtering here and there. I might be running a bit lean, but it doesn't bog. Throttle response is amazing. And yeah, I think I'm gonna run it like that. So I'm gonna go get a run video before the weather. It's thundering outside. So I'm gonna see if I can go and get the GoPro on real quick and show you what it sounds like. This thing sounds amazing. It's throaty. You can hear the intake. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can throw the GoPro on and see if I can get a little run video for you.